everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I was consistently uploading videos in the beginning of the year, which was my goal really, and the consistency was there. However, that dropped drastically and I don't know how to stand. Towards the end of August, at the beginning of September, I went through a very tumultuous time and it was really difficult. It was draining. I kind of lost myself and anything that I enjoyed doing. I was always tired. It was just a really upsetting time. And now I'm, trying to reignite that spark I have. And I thought, what better way to find my spark once again than to cook and bake and making my little silly videos. And that's exactly what we're doing today. I'm going to be baking oatmeal chocolate chip muffins. Oh my God. I have never really used oatmeal in baking. I do use it to eat breakfast in the morning though, because I'm kind of on a health kick lately, so I'm eating my oatmeals for breakfast in the morning. Anyways, so let's just get baking. I'm really excited for it. First, I started off by making 1 cup of buttermilk. I took 1 cup of milk and then 1 teaspoon of vinegar, because vinegar or lemon juice works, because lemon juice is acidic, because we want the milk to curdle. And this will be my egg substitute, because I do not use egg in my baking. And the milk is curdling, and I'm about to do my next step, which is putting in my oats here so that, it soaks up the milk. Now I have a few ground rules set. I have to finish this before we lose daylight, which we are losing rapidly, fast. It's been quick. And I have to do it before my oven finishes preheating, which thankfully I haven't set it to preheat yet. So I'm gonna do that now. It's really hot. Now I'm going to let the oats soak for around 10 minutes so that it becomes soft, so when we cook it, it's much easier to eat. Anyways, let's move on to step number 2. Now we're going to be mixing the oil and brown sugar together. This recipe uses brown sugar, not white sugar, so just be careful of that. You want to let the sugar granules become soft, so when you mix it with the oil, they both kind of like become into this mixture, which makes it easier for the sugar to bake into your batter, so you don't have those like granules in your mouth, which no one likes. I actually don't like working with brown sugar. When I was first starting off, I used to use white and brown sugar in baking, especially when I was like making cookies. But I hated the fact that once the cookies were baked, I could like taste the brown sugar granules. And I always found like brown sugar to be very sweet. Now I don't know if it's the opposite where the white sugar is sweet, but I personally find brown sugar to be very sweet. Now this is an experiment I'm doing with these muffins by using brown sugar, so I don't know. So I'm gonna mix it for a few minutes until you're satisfied with the consistency, until all the oil is nicely combined with the brown sugar. Looks good. Oh my God. So last night F1 went to Brazil, Formula 1 in Brazil, the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, and obviously every single time I make a video and it's an F1 race, I have to give an honorable mention because Lando Norris won. He is so winning that championship. He is, okay? I was so happy. It was a long race, but it gave, honey, it gave, and it gave a lot. I'm really happy. I was really happy, but I'm sad because I can't believe there's only 3 races left, and it's also Max and Hall season 2 finally out. I was waiting for this. I was patiently waiting for this, but they only released 3 episodes, and I don't know if they're going to do this with the second season. I think the structure is going to be 3, 3, and then 2. So 3 episodes this week, 3 episodes next week, and then 2 episodes, so like 8 episodes in total. I want to wait until all of it is out, but I'm being really patient. I love the show. When it came out last year, I was obsessed with it, okay? I am being patient. Patience is virtue, as people say, and I do not have enough of it. So this is me being really patient. You know what I mean? Thought I was doing a really good job, but my oven just finished preheating and I'm spilling this everywhere. So I'm going to mix my dry ingredients with my sugar mixture first before I go on and add the milk. So the oats have softened and the milk also is quite decent, so I'm just gonna add that. Something I have learned about baking is the fact that if you don't use enough oil, you won't really get a moist whatever you're making, whether it's a cake or brownie or whatever. Use enough oil so that, you know, it's moist and soft and gooey and fun. I might have to add more milk, but we'll see. Oh, okay, so here's the fun thing. The oats actually have soaked in the milk, but as soon as I put it in the batter, it's actually quite milky. I like that. You know, I thought I'd use more milk. I will eventually have to though. This is turning out quite well, thankfully. This is getting really hard to mix. That's why I do not like using a whisk. Yeah, I need a spoon. I can't find the spatula anywhere, so. Now it's all a game of understanding. I have to understand when the batter consistency is decent compared to when it's thick. Because there's oats in it, I kind of don't understand whether I should just let it be. A teaspoon of milk will do. And we have in fact lost daylight. So since it's fall, transitioning into winter, the days are getting shorter, which I love. The sun is setting faster. A lot of people hate that, but I love that. One of those, like, maybe I'm just like 1% of the population that enjoys that, but yeah, I do like it. And I'm gonna make myself a bit brighter, if you can see me then. I love chocolate, you know? I don't know what my life would be without chocolate. I don't even want to imagine that. You know, I look at people who are like, I don't eat sweets, I don't drink coffee, I don't do any of that. Like, what do you do? What do you eat? I don't eat any fancy sweets, you know, like custard or whatever. I like to stick to the basics, you know, like brownies and a piece of chocolate or whatever it is. Anything with chocolate in it, I'm sold. But I don't understand like the other fancy stuff. So it's either like a muffin or a cupcake or like a slice of cake or something. I'm good with that. So to quote myself, I'm going to say be generous with the chocolate chips. I'm going to add this right now in the batter so that it mixes well and it's gooey from within, because I really like it when my cupcake or brownie is gooey from within and not just like dry. This is overall a very healthy recipe, but you can add the filling to be whatever you want it. You can even use nuts. I'm not boring someone to do that. I'm just gonna take like a handful of chocolate chips and just put it in the batter. And then I'm also going to add it when they're about to go in the oven and they're in the cupcake sheets, just a bit. Only if required. Do you know what I mean? Because these are pretty chocolatey, like their consistency quite good, you know? Now comes the main thing, which is putting my batter, my lovely batter, into cupcake sheets. And when baking muffins or cupcakes, something I've learned is you have to leave, you know, obviously you have to leave quite a gap so that your muffins can rise, your cupcakes, whatever they are, they can rise well. But I seem to kind of, you know, go back and forth with it. Sometimes I get it right, other times I don't. I'm really hoping I get it right this time and they rise really well and are like fluffy and yummy. Okay, so I'm doing something a bit different. My cupcake molds don't fit in the circular molds that I have, so I'm going to be using a pizza tray and I'm going to be placing my molds in here, which I have done, as you can see, and my batters will go in here. You can still obviously bake it, but you know, square doesn't fit in a circle, so you can just improvise like this. Life hack for you.
Okay, I am very tired, but it's officially time for a taste test. This smells so good. This smelled so good. Oh my god, it smelled like a bakery. My living room smelled like a bakery. Ah, okay. Moment of truth. Okay. It had a teeny tiny piece. I can taste the cinnamon. I can taste the oats that have a little crunch to it, which is the first time for me. So, and they're really like squishy. Next time, I want to blend the oats and try it, but now I'm gonna try a bigger piece, and there's so much chocolate. Mmm. So good. So good. Chocolate chips are definitely creamy now, and they're also crunchy, and I love that. And I can taste the cinnamon. Now, I do not put cinnamon in anything, but it's such a distinct taste that you can taste it when you take the first bite. I absolutely love this. This was a huge success, and I'm so proud of myself for trying something new. Well, I'm not gonna talk with food in my mouth. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video with my next recipe. Till then, peace out, homies. Bye.